See, the thing is, you got to be really, really passionate about something to hold on for that long. I think मेरा ये सबसे बड़ा fear है कि I pick up a hobby or pick up something, let's say podcasting at this point, and after a certain point, I get bored and I would give up. That is something that is so scary to me, because when I started, that is exactly what I wanted. Podcast was exactly what I wanted, and I started doing that, and now it feels boring, which got me into thinking, how much passion do you need to have to reach that level of insane success? I recently came across Mr. Beast. No, of course we all know who Mr. Beast is on YouTube, and he hit 100 million subscriber count, which in the history is crazy. I think PewDiePie and T Series both have 100 million subscribers, and I think he is probably the third or fourth, I'm not sure, or kisi or creator, but like he's like the second creator and not a actual like company who've hit 100 million subscribers, and it's crazy. Matlab, the thing is, he does these pranks on such pranks bhi nahi, but like he gives away money and a lot of people participate, and it takes a lot to even arrange something this huge and big, and but you have to be in that sort of mindset and itna passion, itna love hona chahiye to create something that big. Matlab, how do you keep going after a certain point? How do you keep on going? Like, where do you draw a line? Yeah, okay, this is getting boring, I want to do something. Like, I just don't understand how to keep a bigger vision in mind and just keep going. Matlab, you gotta be passionate enough, you gotta love it enough to sustain the छोटे difficulties and छोटे problems that come along the way. And that is something that I've been truly struggling with. Like, I cannot believe, like, I fear this now for me, because there are a lot of things that I fear, like loneliness, dying of loneliness, not finding a partner, probably, I don't know, they're like shit ton of things, dying young, or like being super unhealthy and treating my body badly, and like just bad stuff can happen for sure. But like, this was like one of my recent things that I started being afraid of, because this have happened so many times to me with YouTube na aise hota tha. So if y'all don't know, I am a creator. I used to be a creator on YouTube, and I do hope to create content more probably, but on like a different channel. I don't know, I've just phased out of that phase of my life. I don't know if I can sustain a new channel and just keep going. I did that for 10 years. Like, I don't understand how you do. It does take a lot of patience to go where you're going and to build that level of insane amount of success. So I'm just like, how does it happen? How do you hold on? How do you keep going? How do you keep a bigger vision in your mind ki, okay, I want to go there? And how do you not get bored of it? Like, just doing it. I think if you don't enjoy the journey of reaching to that point, I don't think it would be worth it. हाँ, तो अब YouTube का तो सीन हो गया, 10 साल कंटेंट क्रिएट कर लिया. I truly hope कि in future, when I look back, these dots connect. Like, there is a reason for me to do YouTube for this long, even if it was not that big of a success. I was a lifestyle content creator, and then I kind of sort of loved just vlogging and the art of vlogging and just day-to-day sharing, and eventually it fizzed out. And I truly hope when I look back, it will connect, it will make sense. And kahin na kahin, whatever job I pick up in future, what I have done in the past will come back and connect the dots. I just hope that. I know you connect the dots is very cliche now and have been overused at certain point, but like, who do you look up to, right? When such things happen, when कोई भी चीज़ में boredom आ जाता है, who do you look up to, right? And you look up to the biggest movers and shakers, biggest innovators of the century. Steve Jobs is one. That is why this term, looking back, connecting the dot, this term was coined by him in his commencement speech at Stanford. And I keep going back and hearing his commencement speech. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि बहुत बार हम सुन के भी अनसुना कर देते हैं कोई चीज़, and it just does not hit well or settle in, or you're not able to absorb it at a certain point. I think it could be because of lack of experience or age, or just in general not paying attention, because hey, अपना attention span बहुत कम हो गया है. And that is when I decided to just go back, watch. I don't know, it just came to me, matlab out of the blue. I said I wanted to go back and listen to his commencement speech. Matlab it was just random thought, and I did, and I kept rewatching 3-4 times. Like, there are so many informative things he mentioned, and it takes a lot of time to soak in. But he also says this कि आप जब भी उठते हो सुबह, you ask yourself, अगर ये मेरा last day है, do I want to do what I'm doing today? And multiple days आपका आंसर अगर no आता है, तो you know something needs to change. And the only thing we've learned with pandemic is life is short. And अगर आप already chase नहीं कर रहे हो whatever is making you happy, then is it worth it? Then is it truly worth it? So my question then comes ki, if I end up chasing something and not liking it, what would happen then? Of course, matlab, I don't think it would be a waste of time or energy or effort, but I think the disappointment that would come would be sad. But then also, do we want to live with regrets? Another big question for me, कि do we want that kind of regret कि अरे यार तब मैं थी, छोटी थी, हो जाता सब, I am very bubbly and like people interact and talk. And I've been thinking a lot about it. I even had this idea for like a concept for YouTube, a show, something along those lines. And it was more like a talk show host-ish. And I wanted to do that, get on the streets and talk with people. And I guess I'm too shy or too afraid. I don't know. I don't think I'm too afraid, but probably too shy or embarrassed to do such things. But one thing I know about Mumbaikars, they are always there. Like, they love their camera time. Even I remember this, where there was a new bus introduced, local bus introduced, and I lived pretty close to the bus stop, and I was vlogging, and the driver of that local bus, he was so proud to show it off, and he was like, मेरा photo लीजिए मैडम इसके साथ, and photo डालिए आप. And like, he was like so open to it. Like, I love the spirit of Bombay. Like, they're just so freaking hardworking human beast form mixed together. Like, they're so hardworking that way. Anyways, yeah, that's it. It does really scare me. Okay, मेरा machine खत्म हो गया है. My laundry is done. It does scare me. If I do something, what if I get bored along the way? Like, what happens then? Like, you had a vision, you had a goal, but then along the way somewhere you don't want that to happen for yourself, or you don't want it. Is it worth it? Then that's where the question comes in. Is it worth the effort? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And then the dream starts to fade away and die, and I'm scared of that. I'm truly scared of picking up something new and not being able to stick to it, because we all know any form at this point, आप YouTube ले लो, आप podcast ले लो, कुछ भी ले लो, मतलब it takes time to build. Nothing happens overnight for us anyways. And यूट्यूब के साथ भी मेरे साथ ऐसी हुआ था कि मैं इतना टाइम किया बट कुछ हुआ नहीं. एंड आई थिंक दैट समवेयर दैट फियर हैज सेटल्ड इनसाइड मी कि यार आप कुछ होने नहीं वाला. लाइक आई पुट सो मच, लाइक 10 years of my life in it, and then it did not even take off. Like, so what's the point? And then now that's trickling into pretty much every aspect here right now. Oh god, like I truly am struggling even with creating content on Instagram. There's so much content. It's like bleeding my eyes and ears. Like, itna music and itna content. And how am I standing? What am I doing? How do I still stay authentic to the people, and how do I bring value to the people? And it does take effort. And then the question comes, do I want to put in so much effort? And but for what? I'm not even earning anything out of it. Like, time is money. Kuch bhi bolo, at this stage of my life, every second I count, it's money. Every content I put out, I want money for it. I am not going to do anything for free. So it does need to bring value as well. Money, but also value to the people for which I create. So That's that, man. That's that. I'm just thinking a lot, right? Like right now, there's a lot going on for me, and I'm also focusing on my physical health, mental health, a lot of meditation. Meditation works, yo. It's magic. Meditation is absolute magic, and I think everybody should try it. That's all I will say, and nothing more than that. So as I get, those who believe, those who don't, they don't. That's fine. That's fine. Eat, pray, love. Do your thing. Whatever stage you are at in your life, life is short. That's all I will say. All right, you guys. Recently, so you all know my parents are out of town, and I was sitting at home. शाम का 7-8 बजे का सीन था, 7 बजे का सीन होगा, 6:30-7 बजे का. I was talking with my sister, and like I was eating like some crap food, basically junk food भी नहीं बोलेंगे, but crap food. And then she goes and says like, हाँ full bachelor life जी रही है. I was like, really? Like, am I truly living the bachelor life? I don't know, like, because I was eating anything I like, but my body, I don't think, can sustain it. Like, I have to remind myself ki, hey, you are no longer 20-year-old. Your body will not be able to handle the crap that you're eating. You got to be careful about what you put inside your body. And here I am. And then she says, हाँ कैसा लग रहा है अब अकेले रह के, like अब कोई है नहीं, मतलब. So basically when she said अब कोई है नहीं, she meant like both my siblings are, we are all right now in 3 different cities, and this is the first time ever I've lived alone, without my siblings. And I have, so my house is like a 3-bedroom house, and I have, so one room is where my parents sleep, one room is where I sleep, and there's one empty room where I've created this into a study room, and I have like a full luxury, like full specific room just dedicated to like working and studying. And like she's like, कैसा feel हो रहा है? I'm like, बहुत ही अच्छा feel हो रहा है. I can't imagine having just one room for study work. I can't believe it. So originally the middle room was my sister's, then I took over. My sister got married, so when she got married, I had the choice. We were recoloring our house, जैसे होता है middle class family में usually. So we were recoloring our house, and I was given the option कि देखो कोई color करना है कि ये room के लिए कोई specific color. If you're like, we've not colored this house since the time it was born. So recoloring was like a very like टाइम अप्रोप्रिएट टाइम पे कलर हो रहा था. एवरीथिंग वाज लाइक चिप्ड एंड सब निकल गया था, ये घर का खंडर हो गया था बेसिकली ये घर. एंड आई टोल्ड देम आई वांट टू डू ब्लू, एंड आई लव द कलर ब्लू भी नहीं, मतलब इट्स समवेयर बिटवीन ब्लू एंड ग्रीन. इट्स नॉट टिफनी ब्लू, इट्स सी फोमी ग्रीन कलर. लाइक आई लव दैट. आई लव shades of blues and greens, let's just say that. That's all. That's all. I've never been that pink girl, so my entire room is blue. And then eventually I moved out as well, and my brother took over this room, this blue room. And then I moved back to India, and here I am now. He's in Bombay, I am here, and just gives such throwback nostalgia wala feeling in this room, because my entire college I've been in this blue room. My friends have come in. We used to do such ridiculous parties and makeovers and like just get ready in this room, and it was such a freaking throwback. Like whenever now my friends come and visit, both my best friends currently are in India right now, and one of my friend got married, and the other one is also here now that she moved back officially. She came to my place and she started talking about this की nostalgia वाला factor, and like तेको पता है यहाँ पे हम ये था अलमीरा था, and we used to sit down and do our makeovers, and कितना कुछ हुआ है. And I was like, yeah, you're right, my god, the reality didn't hit me up to a point where जब वो आई तब वो मेरे को बताई, and I was like, yes, you're right. मतलब कहाँ गए दिन. It's like you blink and the day goes away, and month goes away, the year goes away, and like we are like what, only 5 months away from hitting 2023. If you don't do it now, then when? What a scene hai. So it ties back to are we doing what we are loving, and do we truly understand what we love? Like I think इतना तो effort डाल सकते हैं हम कि to find what do we like, right? It does take courage to do that. I don't know कहाँ जा रहा है ज़िंदगी. Anyways, I'm sitting here in my chair staring at this wall. This wall is covered with some legendary क्या बोलेंगे, innovators. I have Nikola Tesla and some father of modern computer, and like I don't know, uh, somebody with theory of evolution, किसी का तो भी photo है, like these old guys already. So my brother is into a lot of that, geography, innovators, biggest innovators in history and science and technology and all of that. And there's also this article which I wanted to significantly touch bases on. It is called The Financial Benefits of Being Beautiful. Yes, you heard that right. This is a genuinely scientifically researched article in the Atlantic Times, I guess. Let me zoom in and read the article thoda sa for you guys. I think this was an article by Derek Thompson, is a staff writer at the Atlantic, where he writes about economics, technology, and the media. So yeah, article usne likha hai, and it just makes sense, beautiful people do get away with a lot of things. Personally, I do think this is very, very true. Like, if you have time, just Google this, the financial benefits of being beautiful. Basically, उनका ऐसा बोलना है कि attractive men earn 4% more than intellectually similar but average looking men. The ugliest guys make 13% less. For a typical worker, that would add up $230,000 beauty premium over a career. So basically, if you look beautiful as compared to some other human, intellectually similar human, I think you will be earning more than the person next to you. Basically, that's that. And this has been scientifically proven and well researched. Let me just say that. Yeah, it's crazy. And I've seen this article, I've read this article is on the wall. And I think it just comes down to basic grooming for me. We are all good looking bunch of folks in this house, thanks to the genetics, thanks to my mom, thanks to my dad. We are all good looking people. My sister, me, my brother, I think me and my brother struggle with food. That's that. Like, once we get that shit in order, we are like, we are here, we are gonna ruin your world. No, okay, I'm going too far away. I'm getting carried away with this. But like, it's so interesting to read such article. Like, deep down, we all know कि beautiful people get away with a lot of things, as well as, like, I never thought with this angle in mind कि financially also they earn more than their colleague, intellectually similar colleagues. Which, why, I don't understand. But then also, look at the richest people. I think I'm very attracted to, like, beautiful set of teeth, which is so weird. So weird to say it out loud. Like, rich people have their teeth sorted, and I like that. Like, I have beautiful set of teeth, but I need to just get a dentist and make him clean up and, like, make them look polished and, like, whitey, pearly white. This was another article for another day. But yeah, rich people do look beautiful as well, and they take a lot of care about how they look. And grooming, just basic, you gotta pat down the basic grooming, nails clean hone chahiye, waxing, threading, basic, just very, very basic stuff needs to be done. Clothes need to fit you well, and it does not have to be a lot, but that's the minimum requirement. Even when you're trying to find a life partner, basic grooming, shopping for your own clothes, understanding what fits, what does not fit. And by the way, how old are you? How old are you कि यार आपकी मम्मी आपका डिसीजन ले रही है, आपकी मम्मी आपकी चड्डियाँ खरीद रही है? How freaking old are you? Can you not, how do you not know this? The internet is so much full of, options now. Like, there's so many research, free available sources online. And if people are still not groomed or not taking care of themselves in general, then you should doubt every single person you see, because there's so much free source online now, so much free source. All right, so yeah, I think even with attractiveness, like, financial benefit to hai, but then also, if you keep yourself well groomed, I think it'll help you even in the फाइंडिंग पार्टनर डिपार्टमेंट, यार सब लोग को चाहिए. मेरे को तो ऐसे लगता है सब लोग ऐसा प्रॉपरली ग्रूम्ड एंड लाइक खुद का एटलीस्ट खुद का तो टेक केयर करो, कोई और किसी और के लिए नहीं, बट आप खुद के लिए कर रहे हो, राइट? So I keep that factor in mind. I don't, if I do something, I'm doing it for myself. Up to a certain point, pandemic में कहीं कुछ गए नहीं, कुछ हुआ नहीं बाहर. I went outside. I finally got a bonus back in March, April में, and I went to this parlor wali, and she was like, Aditi, you don't do this for other people, you do this for yourself. And it hit me so hard that she was so correct about it. Like, हाँ, of course, वो उसके फेवर में बोली थी कि हाँ आप आओ और खर्चे करो मेरे पार्लर में आके, but somewhere deep down I think she was right कि यार you are doing this for yourself, you're not doing this for somebody else at this point. Because even though कोई है नहीं देखना, that does not mean कि यार you feel and like look ugly and all that. I think मेरा ये पर्सनल ओपिनियन है कि वंस आई गेट वेल ग्रूम्ड, द कॉन्फिडेंस, इट हिट्स योर कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल इन सर्टन वे, लाइक I feel like a badass bitch. I'm gonna take over the world. When I do my nails, when I have these long extensions, I'm a whole different sassy person itself. The first time I got my nails done, like these were like full extension सेट जो महीना 2 महीना चलते हैं, वो वाले प्रॉपर, लाइक she drilled the nail on my nail bed, and I got these extensions done. They were the prettiest, most worth $50 of my life that I paid for. $45-50 मैं क्रिसमस में ही करवाए थे कुछ, and पोस्ट क्रिसमस करवाए थे, and I felt so beyond happy, and just matlab it was like a core memory for me to get the nails done. And that feeling that came after doing those long nails, it was very first time for me, by the way, to get my nails done. Anyways, I think getting nails done is a luxury. I genuinely think that. I've never done my nails after that. Press on, yes, but like not like those kind of filler nails ki wo proper laga rahi hai and bade kar rahi and whatever nails, and then she shaped it, and those were like the sparkly beautiful nails, and the confidence level, yaar hum confidence level की बात कर रहे हैं, it rose so high up. Like I cannot identify who that woman was just by getting those nails done. Like I was like, I can take over the world. It is that kind of confidence that brings me back to the topic grooming. Ki grooming should make you that powerful and should make you feel that confident ki you can take over the world. I think there may be certain psychological factor behind that, but I'm just talking about feelings at this point कि it does make me feel so freaking good. Oh my god. और बताओ कुछ देखा ये वीक, एनी शो? आई विश यार ये कॉल होता, या आई डोंट नो, यूट्यूब पे पता है हमेशा आई यूज्ड टू से लीव योर कमेंट्स डाउन बिलो, एंड देन आई विल बी लाइक ओके, आई एटलीस्ट गेट टू हियर व्हाट पीपल थिंक और व्हाट पीपल हैव टू से, बट लाइक विद दिस इट डज नॉट हैपन. दिस आई थिंक पार्टली आई एम वेरी हैप्पी देयर इज नो like comment section under every episode, because right now there are only 4 people listening to my podcast. Hey, to the 4 people, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for listening to me. I was watching Masaba. Like first season sucked for me. I did not like it at all, and here I was, desperate time, desperate measures. I was like, कुछ तो देखना ही है, and I ended up watching season 2. I liked season 2 better than season 1. थोड़ा हटके था, and I loved the investor twist to it कि उसका investor first season में भाव नहीं देता है, अच्छा नहीं होता, and then season 2 में suddenly he's like all up in her business, but then that is the exact kind of person everybody should find. I also started watching Paper Girls. I stopped at episode 1, and that's that. This show, Paper Girl, was inspired by books, and I love reading books. I aspire to read 50 books this year. I am somewhere at 31 or 32-ish so far, half year check-in. And like, it's reading, is such a dying art. Like, I don't understand how people do not read books at all these days. I just don't understand it. And even, you know, I love podcasts, but I've not, I think audiobooks in general are expensive, first of all. But ऑडियो बुक्स में एटलीस्ट ऐसा फीचर तो है कि यार यू कैन डू लाइक 1.2x के स्पीड पे यू कैन फिनिश अप अ बुक. बट I've never had like an audio book, especially like, I think Audible does great audiobooks. Amazon has the biggest collection of it, but it does take money, yaar, to do all of this. I think it's just a fancy word for it. So anyways, I have a library. I have a library, क्या बोलेंगे, connection via my company gives me a library card, and I can go to a certain website and get books, and I'm super excited. Like, great, right? So honestly, I don't trust people who do not read. You should also not trust people who do not read. There's somebody on my door. Wowza, 1 minute. Right, so I was talking about honest reading, not trusting people, right? You should not trust people who do not read. Let's just say that reading is a very core important lesson that we all should, like, pick up a book that you actually love, pick up a genre that you actually love, start with something small, and that's how you build up. Read more, explore more. I think reading is such a great, like, way to understand. It's such a insightful concept. Writing and reading, somebody is already out there, उसने 10 साल काम किया है एक चीज़ पे, and this person decides to write a book on it, explaining what he or she have written and what he or she have learned. And that 10 year of experience in a book is just a crazy concept to me, which people, you can, like, it's just right there, the information is right there, and such a beautiful thing, like writing a book, sharing that experience and sharing those, client diaries or whatever, and just talking about how it can affect or influence people. And I think I just find that very fascinating. And I think people need to read. It's just a dying hobby. I think people need to do more of that, like, truly more of that reading. So now, reading got me into thinking. I usually share what I'm reading, and I connected with somebody recently, my baker. Yes, my baker. So there are not a lot of good baker in my town who makes sweets. Baker, baker. Yes, professional chef. So she loves baking. Anything sweet, and I recently connected with her. I did not know that she was also into books, and when I shared it, we got into chatting for half an hour just about books. And I told her, who are these biggest weirdos in book community? And I was like, I am that biggest weirdo, because I read like multiple books at the same time. So I'm like reading A Little Life, How Not to Die Alone, Atomic Habit. I just finished Every Summer After. Love the book, love the book, love the book. And just, it's the people who are reading currently multiple books at the same time, juggling. Like, those are like the weirdest kind of people. And hey, I am that weird. I am reading 4 books, and we got into talking and chatting. It was just a great conversation, man. Like, I truly aspire to read 50 books and build on that. Like, next year I want to do 60, 65, 80. Log yaar 150 books padhte. I'm like, how do you do it? But then they also like are mix of kya bolenge, ebooks, audiobooks, and physical copies. There's so many great booktubers, man. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. I don't want to drag this. I hope you all enjoyed today's podcast. This is Aditi. You're listening to Kai Pan Aditi. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those people, 4 people, I truly love you. I see you. I appreciate you. Bye.